This segment that I have going on here is a demonstration of, this is a general configuration for telephones that are connected to a PoE switch. And what we're looking for here, if you notice, there is a line that runs kind of across the wall to the right there, and it runs over the phone. That's my service line coming into this switch. That's the line that runs from the router. Now, oftentimes we run across situations where you can't do that. You can't run your switch or you can't run your wire from the router to the switch. Distance is too long and so forth. What we're going to do here is I'm going to actually install in real time a wireless adapter to the switch, and then from there we're going to proceed to configure it. So as you take a look, you're actually going to see that I remove the service wire from this network, thus theoretically throwing it offline. All right, giving the adapter a few seconds, it's powering up. It's like it came on. So for our next segment, we're going to need to do the actual configuration of that. Having completed the physical install of your wireless access point to the power over Ethernet switch, we're going to do configuration of that access point. I'm going to start by getting a connection between my computer and that access point. Let's move over to internet, the network that I'm currently on. I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to open network and internet settings. Now, bearing in mind that I'm doing this on a Windows 10 machine, the Mac machine will vary, obviously. But let's go ahead and proceed with what I have here on this Windows 10 machine. I'm going to change adapter options. This is a network I'm working with right now. It's currently connected to a network that has a physical wire to it. I'm going to show you how that changes. So I'm going to right click here. I'm going to move over to properties. Inside of here, I'm going to go to TCP/IPv4 settings, and I'm going to hit properties on that. The IP address I'm going to use, and it's going to vary depending on your model. This model is 192.168.11.1. So my computer's IP address I'm going to set here as 11.11. You can use any number in there you want for the last two characters between 2 and 252. I'm going to set the subnet mask. Windows does it automatically. I'm going to change its default gateway. I need to change that to 192.168.11.1. That's it. I'm going to hit OK on that, and I'm going to close that. You're going to see my computer navigated to a different network. It's the one that I need to complete the configuration. I'm going to go ahead and open a browser. Now, for obvious reasons, there's some bookmarked pages there that are not going to get access, because right now I'm limited, which is intentional. That's a good thing. I'm going to browse over to 192.168.11.1. I'm there. I'm in the access points configuration settings. I'm going to get logged in. I'm going to go ahead and manipulate the repeater mode settings. This device just presented all the networks that are available to me. This is the one I want. I need to enter the network's SSI, the network's password, excuse me, and we'll do that. Optional to you, if you want to change the newly created access network, you can. We're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to clear this out. We'll put a new name in there. Okay, next concept. That's going to come into play in a bonus step later on. The device is configuring. In the case of this model, it gives a 30-second countdown. So we'll wait it out. While it's counting down, we can proceed to the next step here. We're going to go back to our internet settings. I'm going to select properties. Now, in the case of this step, you have a couple of options available to you. If the computer you're working on was on a VLAN, you can put your VLAN's network address back in there. If you're on a static IP, you're welcome to put the old static IP address back on. It will work. For the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to have my computer obtain the IP address automatically. I'll close that out. You're going to see that I changed back to the original network that I was working on. In the case of this demonstration, while I was doing that, I also disconnected the service cable that runs into this office. Let's take a look to see where we are with internet access. And if you take a look, we are indeed online. This office is now bridged. The entire network, all the devices that are in here, approximately 12 of them, are now bridged via the access point and its radio communication to the router. So we're all set with this step. Later on, I'm going to actually show you how we can configure a phone that actually doesn't support wireless networks. We're going to make it work on this solution, and it will connect via our wireless bridge network. Hang on for that. All right, here we're presented with a situation where we have a phone that doesn't have any way to connect it to a wireless network. We're going to see how we're able to get this phone provisioned on the wireless bridge solution. You'll see right here that for the sake of demonstration, I already browsed to it. I'm sitting here on the server address. This phone is currently in a factory state. So I browsed into it using the IP address of the phone. We'll go ahead and put the provisioning server in here. And we'll save that. Okay, the phone took the provisioning. I'm going to pause the recording until it's in the process of registering and coming back up to service. So we'll be right back as soon as that happens. All right, we're back at it. The device successfully registered. It's showing the line keys. Due to the device itself, the display doesn't show well on video. So I'm just going to kind of narrate that. But I'm going to head into the device's interface. We'll go ahead and we'll go into settings, and we are going to look into the lines to make sure to verify our device has successfully registered. There we go. It looks like it has. It has the address and so forth. So we see a successful registration on there. What we're going to do now, so we'll go ahead and give it a test call. Make sure that our solution has properly worked. Sending that call out now, and you're going to hear it ringing in the background there. And I'll pick up and engage in the phone call. So there we go. We have a device that does not support wireless connectivity, and yet it's registered by a wireless bridge connection. Now, the solution that you just saw me present is one that is managed in the exact same way that a wired solution would be. All the devices on here can keep their exact same configuration. Nothing special is needed. This is a solution that I employ here in my house. I actually have two of these solutions employed, one in each of the two offices that I have here in the house. So I hope this certainly helps out as far as expedience in deploying your solution, configuring your solution, and using your solution. So far, the solutions that I have used have been working for quite some time, and in stress testing, I haven't had any incidents of bottlenecking or any lag. In fact, there are some instances where the wired connection was actually losing more packets than this wireless solution does. So we're going to wrap it up here. If you have any questions, by all means, I have several different ways that you can communicate with me. Give me a holler and let me know. Thanks much for watching, and appreciate the time that you took to look at the solution.